is super fun. It's like one of those little Easter eggs that I love to find in shows. So in the Internals movie, if you, and I'm sorry to say it, if you suffered through that thing, the Internals movie, there's a fan that caught a Falcon and Winter Soldier Easter egg hidden in the movie. So Marvel Fans United at Marvel's Fans Uni tweeted that we first saw the Global Reparations Council, the GRC, in the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Mm-hmm. We also get a glimpse of it in the Eternals opening scene in the London Piccadilly Circus. So I'm actually looking at the tweet right now. So when they show the Piccadilly Circus, they show the artifacts. So that knife that you saw in the beginning of the movie, they turned gold and they endowed it with all sorts of powers. Right above that, it goes, "Welcome back, we can help," and then it's got that GRC logo and all that stuff on there. So it was pretty cool to see that, and I love seeing those things where they're just those little details where they're tying everything together and they're letting you know the different time periods, and it helps you figure out where these different movies, when they come up, where they are in the timeline,
right
when things happen,
right.
And it's just interesting to see, and it just kind of reaffirms their overall direction, their overarching direction with all of this.
All I know is that somebody at Marvel Fans United, you got a lot of time in your hand, or you're watching you got the biggest TV in the world, or you're watching those movies in like 50% speed or something, because that's a good catch.
I'm gonna look for this now.
Now, yeah, exactly. Now I got to look for it. And how dare you? That the Eternals is an art. You just don't understand the art.
Sarah, what do you mean by suffering through it?
Okay, so the only good thing about the Eternals was the second end scene
I
credits.
thought you were going to say the sex scene.
Where second end scene second scene at the very end of the credits, the extra scene where you hear this voice talking to the guy from Game of Thrones whose character.
Oh, you mean when Blade comes out?
So,
I mean, I knew that was.
Blade starts speaking in the background.
This is what Sarah just said.
When Blade starts speaking.
This is exactly what Sarah just said. The best part of the movie was when it ended. That's what she just technically just said.
Just fast forward.
It's
the
totally
whole thing
not.
To get to the second end credit scene, so you can hear Blade talking, because Blade's coming back, baby.
Well, we already known that since 2019 at San Diego Comic-Con.
But here he is.
Daniel's like, how dare you?
How dare you? Yes. But like, that credit scene was awesome because I knew Marshall Hawley's voice from the start. So like in the theater, I yelled, "Oh my God, that's Blade!"
I thought that was who was the Cherry Tail Elder Ford? I thought that was him at first. From Doctor Strange, the villain, the black guy. Mordo. Yeah, I thought that was him.
But like, I could tell that was Marsha Hawley's voice. So when I heard, I was like, "Oh my God, is that Blade?" Basically, that's how it went. If
the vampires come back to the MCU, are the mutants coming back to the MCU? I mean, come on.
Yes, they are. I feel like because Moon Knight fights vampires, I believe.
Bring him in.
You said Moon Knight fights
I'm
him?
pretty sure he's fought vampires in the comic books.
Marvel? Yeah, he has.
Marvel, yes. But hey, man, I thought there was plenty of awesome scenes in Eternals.
No, yeah.
I like this. There was story, and then the fight.
It's an acquired taste. I mean, my kids. I tried to show it to my kids.
Should we nitpick the Eternals right now? Should we nitpick them right now? Because the Eternals in the comic books, this story, this movie, and who they've made these characters to be are nothing as they were originally written.
No,
the Eternals themselves.
It's a film adaptation, of course.
But they made them robots, and Celestials aren't born from the insides of planets.
That doesn't mean that they're not robots.
It was.
Just because it's not.
They were not robots. They did not die because the planets died. None of the planets died when Celestials were born, because that's not how Celestials are made.
Yeah. Oh,
none of that stuff's true. Those are all major things that happened in this movie.
Did the film adaptation take liberties to make the story better?
No, there's a difference between taking liberties and then completely taking a race of alien people and making them into robots that are erased and garbaged as a Celestials born out of planets when Celestials aren't even born out of planets.
Man, Sarah out there fighting for the Celestials. Woo!
Wanted those a curveball.
Curveball, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I thought it was cool how they did it. Like,
it's a complete rewrite of characters. They could have named him anything else in the world
But so that's
and
yeah.
made this story.
but we
decided to take
find
the
out
Eternals and the
that
Celestials.
not all Eternals are sideboards or robots. We find that
No,
out at the very.
just because Harry Styles shows up in a skin-tight leotard doesn't mean that he's.
This is
also
about
an
to turn into
Eternal.
a conversation
if
about
they're-
Harry Styles' figure, isn't it?
No,
We
I'm
have
not
now
talking about
steered
that.
toward.
I'm just saying,
can't
not all
be-
Eternals,
if
as we
Thanos
found out in
was
the
an
first
Eternal-
credit scene, not all
No,
Eternals
Thanos
were.
is an Eternal as well.
But he
Did you know
wasn't.
that?
Ego, we're talking about Ego the plant. Ego.
Yes.
No, Thanos.
Thanos is
an
well,
Eternal.
part.
He has a deviant gene, but we don't know if
He's an Eternal that was mutated in with
Yes.
the deviant.
There's that word, mutant. There's
The
that word
deviant.
again.
Yes, but
Mutant
what I'm
mutants,
saying,
baby.
That made
Woo.
him
now
look
that
that
not
way.
all Eternals are cyborgs, as Harry Styles
But
is not one.
But no. But see, how can that be possible if the Celestials made Eternals as robots, which they've explained in this movie?
Because it's in the script.
But not all
no,
Eternals, not all Eternals are those
But you
cyborgs.
can't be an Eternal and be a race and a species, but also be robots, because how could they all be the same thing? They're not, because one is a freaking robot.
So
the
now
other
we're
one's a
getting now we're
species.
getting into the conversation of can a robot
You see what I'm
who is self-aware have a soul? I say yes. These robots have souls because they're like Johnny Five. They're alive. That's what I feel. But all right,
They're
but
either androids or they're a species. So it's one or
Well,
the other.
They are a species.
I feel like
It can't be an android and a
they are
like
sentient beings with
They can't
souls.
be-
They love, they feel, they
No, you
they.
can't. Like, no. If I built a robot that looked just like me, it wouldn't be a human.
What? They wouldn't be human,
what
but
you're
the
saying.
Eternals aren't human. All right, we're getting too psychedelic in this.
They can't be
Eternals
a
was
species
awesome.
and android.
Don't hate.
They can't be two different things and be called the same thing.
Hey,
They can't be.
it's a movie. You just need to enjoy the movie.
I
and
see
not
I
think
see
we're
both sides. I see
I
the
didn't
argument.
enjoy
I
the
see what you're saying, Sarah. I get it. I get it.
Our supporters help make all this content possible, so make sure you check out our Patreon page so you can help us bring you the content you want.
Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal. Yo. Turned up on another level. Push the pedal to the freaking metal. I'm turned up just like heavy metal.